Yeah, because while you're doing that, it'll let me get onto your page when you go live.
Okay. Okay, we are live now. So I am just going to go to this main screen. Hey, everyone. Hi, everyone. Hi, Barbara. So I'm just going to make sure that we are on. Hold on one second. Here we go. Not seeing us yet. Here we are. We're live. Except I don't see us.
We love technology.
Oh, here we go. We're on. We're on. Yep. Here we go. All right, we are on. So I'm just gonna.
I'll do this.
I can see us. You can see us, right?
Yay!
Yay! Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining in tonight. My name is Eileen Carlucci, Redesign Your Life Coach, and I am here with Barbara Lunan-Ellison. Thank you so much for coming, Barbara. She is the owner and CEO at Trends and Marketing Enterprises.
Mm-hmm.
And I am thrilled to have her here tonight. Every single week I am on, and I come on Wednesday. Tonight we're here on Tuesday. And I interview powerful female entrepreneurs who are making their mark in the world, where they share their story of reinvention and their road to how they started their business and the people they serve. And I'm thrilled to have you, Barbara. Absolutely thrilled to have you. You're such a lovely woman. Barbara and I didn't meet, just met not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And just her energy and all, like, just hearing her story is so inspiring. So I can't wait till she shares it. Yeah. And just to tell you, before we segue over to Barbara, I just want to share that Barbara is a speaker, an author, a host. You got to hear about her show, personality trainer, dream coach, and wellness partner. And like I said, her business, she's the owner and CEO at Trends and Marketing Enterprises. So wonderful to have you here.
Oh, thank you so much, Eileen, for having me. This is such fun. I love sharing with other powerful women. Yeah, that's the key. And I truly believe that that's what we're here for, is to share our voices.
Oh, yeah.
To share our voice with other women who are looking to do the same thing.
Yeah, I agree. That is so, you are so right on about that. It's, it just makes you feel great too. And sharing is when make everything happen when we share, right? So, and I love your glasses, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love these. I'm one of those that I can see, but I can't quite see. So you, like, if I don't have them on, you're kind of a little fuzzy. And so then it was like, okay, I'll just wear them. But then I had to have I'm going to be vain for, ladies. It's okay. I'm going to be slightly vain. I had to have my eyes done, my eyelids done, because I had lost 20 points of my vision.
Wow.
And he said, you really need to have that done. So ladies, it's not selfish. Take care of your eyes.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
that is awesome. You did that. Yeah.
And so then it was like, when I had them fixed, it was like, oh, gee, should I wear my glasses or not wear my glasses? And everybody said, oh, I love those glasses. Make it your signature thing. So now I just wear them all the time.
Absolutely love it. And I know we were saying before we came on that you were going to start getting some fun jewelry to match. I mean, wow, how amazing is that look, right? The fantastic glasses, the fantastic jewelry. You look amazing.
Thank you.
So usually what in this show, and this is what my favorite part, of course, hearing about your business and services, but hearing like the story of your journey, right? And reinvention, like how you reinvented yourself. And I know you have an amazing story. So just share a little bit about your journey.
One of the things for me, so often people's story of reinvention starts because of a tragedy. And for me, it was life-changing for me, but my husband passed away. And he had taken sick. I took care of him for 2 years. So, and then when he passed away, it was like I went into the widow's fog. And so that was, and I looked back, and the only thing I remember doing in that first year after he died, that I binged watched all 10 years of Frasier. because one of the
Wow.
things that somebody had said to me said, find things to laugh about. But I would sit in my chair laughing with tears in my eyes
Yes, I can
because it was
imagine.
just, you're in that such flux of how am I going to go? How am I going to take my next breath?
Yeah, I can't even imagine. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry about that. And that's really good advice for someone that's lost someone in their
But
life.
if
Like
you
find
have,
something that makes you laugh just to take the edge off for a little while, right?
yeah,
Like you said, when you're in that
especially this year,
fog and yeah,
so many people have lost.
I
And
know.
the thing is though, it's not only the loss of a spouse, it could
Mhm.
be the loss of a job, a
Yeah,
career, so many of a business.
yeah.
So many people have lost so much over the craziness that has been going on.
Oh, so
Uh,
much. Like you
so
can,
much.
there's so much to grieve right now, really.
Right. And
Yeah.
so that's where so many women have said, okay, yeah, fine. I've lost my job. I've lost my career. I've been outsourced, downsized, whatever you want to call it. I
Yeah.
have to reinvent myself. And they have come into doing businesses.
Yes.
That is absolutely amazing. And this is, I truly believe that this is the age of the women.
Oh, yeah. I
We
agree.
have been in a man's society for a long time,
Yes.
trying to build business. I don't know if you're into the energy part. We haven't gotten that far in our talking about,
Yeah.
but there's a masculine energy and there's a feminine energy. The masculine energy is more about competition. And that's how
Right.
most businesses have been built.
Yes.
The female energy is more about cooperation and
Yes.
collaboration.
Collaboration. Yes. We
Collaboration.
always do.
And
We band together,
we
women.
band together. That's
Yeah.
what we
Yeah.
do.
We do.
Women get together and we talk.
Yes. Yes.
And that's what the biggest thing is. So
Yeah.
when I woke up from that widow's fog that I was in, it took about 13 or 14 months for that
Yeah.
to lift.
Yeah.
But then I realized in that when that I can tell you exactly where I was sitting, what I was doing. It
Really.
was that instant.
So it just lifted like
It
that.
just, it was like
That's
a
amazing.
fog. The fog had rolled in when David died, and the fog rolled out 14 months later. It
Wow.
was like
Wow.
in the space of one day.
And that's really good. 14 months. That's because I even feel like even with my divorce, it took me a couple years to get, it's just like you're married and then all of a sudden,
Right.
like for so many decades,
Right.
how do I restart my life again? So, but I remember just like, wow, I'm in my new life now. I remember that feeling. I know it's a different thing, but it's a grieving process too. Yeah.
In some ways it is, but that widow's fog is so intense.
Oh, I can't even
But
imagine.
now it's only now at 10 years that I'm really coming into my own.
Wow. Wow. How
Because
unbelievable. Yeah. Good for you.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just and yet I feel better now at 71 than I did at
Look great.
42.
You look
Than I
great.
did at 42. I don't think I look 71.
You look amazing. You look your skin and you have this, amazing energy and like,
yeah,
I know the older I get, like I feel younger inside. It's really
exactly.
weird.
And that's
Yeah,
what
I'm like,
and
I feel
truly
25 inside. I don't look
Yeah.
it, but I feel it,
right. And that's
Yeah.
what we're
Yeah.
supposed to do. And that's what I help women to do, to
Yes.
be that best ever version of themselves. I
Yes.
don't like for me, I'm on a mission to make happiness the norm rather than the exception. But
Yes.
part of happiness is and so often people think of wellness as just not being sick. Wellness
Yeah.
is not just about not being sick. It's about thriving. To be
Exactly.
the best
Vitality,
ever
right?
version of you.
Yes.
That full of energy, well-toned, confident, highly paid
Woo-hoo.
person that
Yeah.
you can be. That version of yourself.
Exactly. Like the best version, but we always, because we
best
don't
version.
listen to ourselves. We listen to
don't
other
listen.
people. A
Exactly.
lot of times, and we don't follow our, what we feel, that burning thing inside, because well, I have bills and this and I can't do that right now. I'm too busy. So you're so right about that. You're so right.
Well,
So
what
from
happened with
there,
me?
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
what
Yes,
happened
from
was
there, yeah, tell us.
after David died, I realized that I had no idea who I was or what I wanted.
Yeah, because your whole identity is wrapped up of being
My
a wife,
whole
you're a
identity.
mom, right? And like, who am
And
I?
then divorced.
Yes.
Divorced from my first husband, so a failure. But then I
Yeah.
got remarried again, married the love of my life, thought we were going to grow old together and dance at our great-grandchildren's weddings. Well,
Right.
that didn't happen.
Yes.
And so there was me. I was now a wife, I was a grandmother, but I was also a widow.
Wow.
Who
Wow.
was Barbara in all of those labels?
Yes.
the thing is though, as I started into that, started me on the journey to personal development. The thing is, once you start personal development, you realize how many people, especially women, are in the same boat that you are.
Oh, yeah.
No
We all
idea
have
who
our,
they are,
yeah.
no idea who they are, what
Mhm.
they want. They're in jobs that they fell into when they were in their 20s and now they're stuck,
Mhm.
or they're in a job where it was their family business
Mhm.
and they have no idea how to get out of it.
Wow.
All of those
I
things.
can't imagine that with a family business, because
And
like, how dare
family
you leave
business.
the family business? Like, it's
Exactly.
bestowed upon you, right? I'm
Yeah,
sure.
that,
Yeah.
what do you mean? What do you mean you don't want to be in the family?
Yeah.
And what happened for me is I was blessed to get in with a group called Bank Codebreaker Technologies. And I'll give them a
I've
plug.
heard of that. I've
Absolutely.
heard of that.
Codebreaker
I think I
Technologies.
actually did it. I can't remember which one I
It's a
was, but I
it's a
did it a while back.
personality. I'm a personality science trainer.
Well, let's talk about that, and then we'll hear like the whole well-being, like everything you do in your business and
Right.
how you got started. Let's
Right.
hear how, how did you get
Absolutely.
started in that? Yeah.
Well, that was when I started taking that, I
Mhm.
realized that so much of who I was then was because of my family. And I was the different one in my family.
Mm.
I was from a very traditional kind of, we call it blueprint, very stable, very stable emotionally, but very structured, not stable,
Yeah. Yeah.
structured. That,
Structure.
like my mom did things on Monday, things on Tuesday, things on Wednesday, things on Thursday, things on Friday,
Right.
and it didn't deviate.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of more of a free spirit, and where my glasses come from and my bright red lipstick, and oh, let's just do it.
You just want to be your authentic self, like be
No.
who you are. I get it.
And so, and it was so funny because my older sister, when I coded everybody, she
Yeah.
said, "Well, Barb, you always were slightly different than the rest of us."
I'm not afraid to sparkle. Is that what you said?
I wasn't afraid to sparkle. Well, the
Yes.
rest of the family didn't sparkle so much.
Yes.
And it
Yeah.
wasn't, and
They followed the rules, that's
they
all. And you
followed the
just didn't
rules.
want to, you
Exactly.
wanted to blaze your own trail.
And so I have now realized that when David passed away, it was like, all right, I've got to find out who I am.
Yes, I can
Who
just
am I?
imagine. Yeah.
And what do I want? And when I
Yeah.
realized, a friend of mine one day said to me, she said, "Well, Barbara, what do you want?" And I said, "You know what? I just want people to be happy." She said, "Well, that's your thing.
Ooh,
You just want people to be happy."
yes.
Because so often people say, especially women, that, "Oh, I
Mhm.
just want to be happy." Okay, but what does happiness mean to you?
Exactly.
What does it mean to you? And for me, happiness is helping people to thrive in their
Mhm.
life.
Yeah.
And let me help you do that. The two things that most people pray about is their
Okay.
health, or the health of a loved one,
Okay.
or their finances, because we do all have bills to pay.
Yes. Like, yeah, we do.
So what I do is, if somebody's open to it or wants to do it, it's not for everybody. Absolutely not. However,
Yeah.
I will teach you how to build an online business at home with formulations and structure that you can learn how to do it from your home
Yeah.
and get paid.
Yeah. So how did you get to that point though? Because I know you have a lot under your CEO at Trends and Marketing, a
Right.
lot under that, like health, wellness, everything. So how did you
Exactly.
get, so from there, here you're a widow, you feel like you lost your identity. You got out of the fog, and then how did you start this?
Well, it actually started when I was 42, because
Okay.
at that moment, I realized that traditional medicine was not helping me.
Hmm.
I had so many things. I had arthritis, I had asthma, I had chronic fatigue syndrome, I had suffered with migraine headaches. There were days when I got up and literally could hardly walk because of
Really?
the pain in my hips.
Wow.
I got kicked by a
You have
horse when I was
rheumatoid
18.
arthritis?
No, it was I have osteoarthritis.
Okay.
And so it was like, so then, and oh, I'm frozen. Oh, well, too bad.
You
You
are.
still hear me.
Yeah.
It'll
I
come back.
wonder if it's your internet. Does it usually come back?
It usually, yeah, it comes back right away, as long as you can hear me
Yeah.
though.
Well, we can hear. Yep.
Um, but anyway, so I just said, you know what, there's got to be something out there that is going to help me to be better, because all this medication that I'm on is not helping me. And if I'm like this in my 40s, I am not going to make it to 60.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well, I
what
had rheumatoid
so
arthritis in my 40s. It was so painful.
painful.
And I
You
thought the
can
same
hardly
thing.
walk.
How could I be? And my kids were young.
Yes,
How?
that's it.
But it did, mine, it just went in remission and went away. 10
Right.
years later, I don't have it. So
Yeah, and which is good. And my kids remember coming home and finding me flat out on the couch.
oh my gosh. That's
And not a memory that I wanted them to have of me.
yeah.
So that's when I actively started looking for alternative medicine and getting into the wellness space.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
So that was my introduction to, and over the years, I have been with several companies, some of them very long terms, had built a nice little comfortable income, because you know what, when people start noticing the difference in you, gee, Barb, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
What are you doing? And
Yeah.
well, okay, I'm doing this. Well, how do I get it? Well, I guess you can get it from me. So that's kind of how my business part started.
Okay, got it. So you started with the well-being out of being sick. I wonder if you tried your internet, is there another area in your house or no?
No, I have my own thing. I don't know why.
So does it freeze up?
Well, not usually. So I'm not sure what's happening.
Yeah, it could just be Zoom or
It just could
Facebook.
be Zoom. Or
Okay,
maybe
well, we can hear you. So sorry, everyone, if you're
Okay.
watching. I'm going to see if there's any comments.
The thing is, one of my favorite sayings that I love technology when it works, and I love technology when it doesn't.
Yes, exactly.
so
We're lucky to have it, but we have our challenges with it.
As long as we can go on.
Yeah, no, we're going on. We're going on. So you're like you're in your 40s, you're in a lot of pain, and
a lot
then
of pain, knew something had to change. So then over the years, I've tried a lot of products.
yeah.
And always understood wellness. So when I really got into my personal development of knowing who I was,
okay,
and that I wanted to be happy, it was like, and I wanted other people to be happy. Well, part of happiness is being healthy.
yeah. No, it's
Barbara,
amazing when you
heaven's
start
sake.
your personal development, how much happy you are.
And happy.
You realize you can choose not to be unhappy. Like before you just do it. Then it's, it's just amazing when you really get, a lot of stuff cleaned up, right?
Exactly.
Up here.
And so for me, when
rewiring a little,
right, just changing your mindset, but also then being aware. So over the years of personal development, I'm a coach. I've done personality science training. I love doing that too.
Wow.
But where was my passion?
Yeah.
Where was my love? And it was like just probably maybe 4 months ago that it was like, Barb, for heaven's sakes, what are you doing? You love wellness.
Yeah.
But
isn't that amazing? Yeah, how you know.
And it was that self-awareness. And so that's one of the things that I share with my clients, is that when they're going through personal development, because you have to start somewhere. You don't automatically wake up tomorrow and know, oh, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and this is how I'm going to do it. It doesn't happen that way.
Oh yeah, you need to have a little plan, and you got to do the work first, and
you have to do the inner work first.
Yeah.
So I have a 5-step program, like a 5-step system that I work with new clients. And okay, let's find out who you are.
Okay.
Let's find out what the limiting beliefs that are keeping you there. Then let's find out what your purpose is and what your passion is. And for so many years, I thought my purpose had to be this big, huge, gigantic thing. Well, I now know that my purpose is 3 steps: to serve God, to learn, and then to teach others what I've learned.
Yeah, I love that.
That's it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be this.
And that's a huge purpose, really. It is, because serving others is
to serve others.
Yeah.
And
wow.
But that starts with going inside. And so often it's like, well, we listen to other people. It's like one of my gals, she was saying that she'd started a Facebook group. And I said, so what's your interest in starting the Facebook group? She said, well, somebody told me to do it. Well,
Well, why? Yeah, like,
But why?
is it for
What is your
business? Is
why?
it for fun? Is it to help people?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah.
now I
You
have
really do
both.
have to know your why,
You have to know your why. And sometimes you need help to find that.
Yeah. Well,
And
even me, I have a passion for fashion. And
mhm,
even when we were in sweatpants in the house at the
yes,
start of the pandemic, I did my closets because I have my closet plus my
right.
ex-husband's closet I inherited. I did a whole closet makeover with the hangers and the shoe organizers because I have to be around clothes. Like, we weren't
Oh,
dressing,
exactly.
but it was fun, so, but I know what you mean, that passion of what, like yours is the well-being, the whole
The
package.
whole package.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Mhm.
What do you want?
Yeah.
What's your purpose? And then how are you going to make a difference? How are you going to use your voice to make a difference in the people around you?
Yes. And that's powerful, like really putting that because sometimes people aren't thinking about that. Like, I'm just trying to pay my bills, get my kids, whatever.
Exactly.
Like, making a difference. Wow. Like,
Right.
what does that look like, and how, knowing your why. So,
Right. And, and
yeah.
so often we get to midlife.
Mhm.
And so that's what I work with
Yeah.
midlife men and women.
Yeah. So
Because
men and women, that's great.
sometimes, men are looking at retiring.
Yeah. And what's
Okay.
next? Like,
And
maybe they're just
what's
not ready to
next?
play golf or go have a boat, right? It's like,
Right.
like they want to
Because you need to have something to fuel.
fuel. Exactly.
And I had a gal this morning, she says, well, Barb, how do you do that? And I said, number one is she says, well, how do you share with people how to find that?
Hmm.
And I said, well, the first thing you have to realize is that you already know it.
Yeah.
You just have to access it. And well,
Yeah.
how do you access it? It's in your heart.
Oh, yeah.
You really do know.
You do.
But
It's like
taking the
they're like
time,
your values.
it's what you value.
You value, not what someone else values. Because
Exactly.
you can say someone has good values, but you're basing it on your values. It's like their values and your values.
Right.
Everybody values different things, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I love that.
What floats your boat?
Right. Like, some people love a house and to
Right.
garden, and some people, they're not house people. Like, I just want to travel, right?
Right.
Or,
And
yeah.
and some, but find the thing that you like to do. And then chances are, if you like to do it,
Mhm.
somebody else wants to learn how to do it.
Right.
So put your expertise out there.
Right. And some people don't think like, oh, I'm not an expert, right? Like, they are, though. I mean,
Yes,
if
you
it's
are.
something that and you could provide the world, right?
Mhm.
You don't need a degree for every single thing you have experience in. Like, people want to
Right.
know your experience and your story, and, so.
And that's why it's so important to put out content, and not necessarily, it doesn't have to be grandiose content.
Mhm.
It can be share a video on how to do a crochet stitch.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Wow.
How to plant a plant,
Yeah.
because your tribe will
Mhm.
hear your voice. And then I get the people, but you know what? So many people out there already do it. Yeah, okay. So if I'm talking to you, you know what, Eileen, one of the things that I really want to share with you, and you just have to be real soft with people. One of the things that I really want to share with you is that there are 7 billion people on this planet.
Exactly. Your
You
style may not be someone else's,
Right.
else, exactly.
You
We
can't
both help women
service.
in midlife, but we have different audiences,
We
right?
have different audiences.
Exactly. Because I mean, of course I do wellness, but nothing like you.
Exactly.
I mean, you're very passionate about it. I love all the fashion part of it. Like, we all
Right.
have that little niche that,
That's
we
exactly
really
right.
feel, yeah.
And it's to find that niche.
Yes.
And you know what? There's room there. Like, I just keep going back to, there's 7 billion people on this planet.
So true. And they need your bright light.
And they
Everybody
need
out there,
your
remember.
light.
They need
your light.
your story, your experiences. Like, don't hide out, right?
Right.
So
Don't
that's a
hide out.
great message. That really is so true. So true.
Absolutely.
So I know you started with, you said the wellness and the coaching.
Yeah.
So tell us about like the bank personality, and also about I know you have your show, right? You're a
Yes,
host.
I have two shows that I do. And if you're, and you know what, and if you're looking to get started being a guest, hey,
Mhm.
reach out to me.
Yes, and
I
I'm going
love,
to be a guest. I'm so
and
excited. So
you're
thank
going
you
to
for
be,
the invite.
you're going to be a guest.
Yeah.
And the first show,
Okay.
it was a year in June, and it's
Okay.
called the Time to Shine Happiness Show.
Woo.
And we are on E360 TV and Roku and
Love it.
Amazon Fire. And so we have people that listen to us from China.
Oh, wow.
So
That's so amazing.
yeah, it is such
Barbara,
fun.
you are an incredible lady, I'll tell you.
Well, it's because I have a great co-host. Her name is Barbara Beckley. And
Yes,
so we are the BBs.
the Barbara.
And
My mom's name
we're
is
the
Barbara. I love the name Barbara.
perfect name.
Yeah.
And then my other show is the Everyday Riches Show. And we kind of talk about seeing the beauty, the business, all of the things that go into every day. Because my
Mm,
co-host, his name is Jason,
okay.
and he's a sales he does sales training, teaching
Okay.
people. So many people are so afraid of the word sell.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate sales. I can't sell. But hey, every time you try to get your child to clean up their room, you're trying to sell them something.
Right. Right.
So,
Exactly.
but people just really shy away from
Got to come
sales.
up with another word, not sell. Use something
Right.
else.
And that's what Jason helps you to do. You
Yeah.
are sharing your authentic message.
Yes.
And that's what he teaches people how to do.
Oh,
So
Jason is
his name is Jason Tracy.
okay.
And and you can look him up on LinkedIn. If you're having trouble with sales, I would just really encourage you. He is absolutely amazing.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you
he's
for sharing that.
amazing. And on our show, we
Okay.
talk about that, because
Mm,
the Everyday Riches Show is
mhm.
all about finding the everyday riches in what you're going through. Because we, like, both Jason and I both think that we don't celebrate enough.
We don't. No,
We
I'm
tend
so
to,
in agreement with
yeah,
that.
we
I
tend to
usually like to
celebrate the big
celebrate.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Sometimes even
celebrate the
starting on
big things.
Thursday. Yeah. No, it's so true. And I
But
love how you say like creating beauty, because I feel like, I always, and I say this to women, clients, and in my group and everywhere, like,
exactly.
buy yourself some pretty flowers, make yourself a beautiful cappuccino and fruit in the morning, and, really just get a beautiful silk robe and
Mhm.
make a nice bubble bath. Like,
Right.
you can create beauty with what you have in your day, every day, right? So
Right. Yeah. And be true to you. Like, I can
yeah.
remember back in the day before I found out who I was, I always wore like very much more muted lipsticks and didn't wear makeup and bright glasses. No, my glasses were brown. But now my lipstick, in fact, I just ordered some Victory Red
Ooh.
lipstick.
Okay, so who's that by? I'm gonna write
And
that down because I
it,
love your lipstick color, Victory Red.
this one is not quite, and I ordered it from New Skin. It's called Passionista.
Fashionista. Woo.
Passionista Red. And it's like a Victory Red. And
Okay.
Victory Red, why they call them Victory Reds. And I just learned this story. And so that's me. I love to learn and then to teach others what I learned. Well, during World War II,
Mhm.
to be patriotic, all the
Yeah.
women, like, I always thought it was because it was the 40s and that was the fashion.
Yeah.
No, back in the 40s, all the women wore this bright Victory Red lipstick because it was patriotic.
Wow. How cool is that?
I
And I love
love
that red they wore. That was
I
beautiful.
loved that story.
Yes.
So I said, well, gee, if I'm gonna share that story, and I want to live in victory in my life, I'm gonna get some bright red Victory lipstick. So it's called Passionista. And I ordered it from New Skin.
Okay.
So,
Awesome. Well, thank you for fashionista from New Skin. Okay, awesome.
Fashionista, passionista, passionista,
Fashionista.
passionista. Is the
Okay.
color, and
Yes.
I can't wait to get it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be
Okay.
fun.
Yeah, this is so awesome. And I would love for you to just share before, we go into, how everyone can find you and everything, but about I know you're talking about the cleansing and the, you're sharing the fasting, the intermittent
fasting. I was introduced to intermittent fasting 5 or 6 years ago. And in fact, they have done studies now on intermittent fasting and how good it is for your brain health.
Wow.
Because one of
Really?
the things that intermittent fasting does for you, it cleans out your brain cells. It cleans out the proteins that have either broken or whatever, they're malformed or they've died. Because our body is, a lot of it is protein.
Yeah.
And so that's what, the two
Wow.
words that I have learned is ketosis and autophagy. Well, autophagy is the thing that in 2016, that discovery won the Nobel Prize for medicine.
Wow.
People can look it up, autophagy. It's
Autophagy.
AUTOPHAGY. There are thousands of sites. And one of the things now that I share with people is finally science has caught up with what we've been saying for 30 years.
Mhm.
That you are what you eat, you need to cleanse your body, you need to do cleanse, but we've
Yeah.
never had the science to prove why it is so effective. And now we do. So that's what I share with people, that I have a product that is specifically for intermittent fasting. And if
Mhm.
somebody wants to know about it, hey, reach out to me.
Yeah.
And I'll share my link in the show notes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. So we have, yeah, because we have like really like you're a coach for total wellness. Like we
for
have
total wellness.
intermittent fasting, which has made such a difference for you, right?
Oh, absolutely. In
Coach,
fact, I was just telling you, I'm on a 46-hour fast right now.
I'm
And
amazed.
it's just, and I had to think about, oh yeah, I've got to go take my thing. I'm not hungry at all. And it just helps me with the mental. And the very first time I did the intermittent fast with this,
Yeah.
the first thing I noticed was mental clarity. And if you had
Wow.
asked me if I had a mental fog, I would have said, no, I got rid of that years ago. Oh, brother, you don't know what you don't know what you don't know
So true. What you don't know.
until something happens to make it, oh, gee. And that was the very first result I had, was with mental focus. And I
Yeah.
went, oh, I guess there's something to this autophagy that I'm learning
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. So the mental focus, the wellness,
Mental focus,
and then you're a
overall
coach with the mindset, committed for
mindset.
people to be happy and like,
Right.
and they're
Whatever
kind of
they're
happy,
doing.
what lights them up, right?
Exactly. I love that you say that. It's
Yeah.
what lights you up. It's just,
That's when you're truly
hope.
happy. You're doing
That's
what's
when you're
lights
happy.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have the show, which you talked about.
Love
And
my
then
shows.
yeah. And then also you said you were with bank, the code, you do the
That's
bank.
that's the personality science.
That's the personality.
That's personality science.
Okay.
And that is so fun. And I'll put my free personality science assessment. And that's a freebie. And it is just really a fascinating thing to do, because it just really, it's like, oh, that's why. And it's so funny when, oh, that's why I do that.
Yes.
That is what really helped me to start realizing who I was doing that personality assessment. And then when I really got into it, and
really helps in business too.
It really helps in understanding people.
And I know you do some business coaching as well.
And I do, right, exactly. And so because one of my favorite sayings is that we cannot do life on our own.
So true. So
we have to get along with the people around us. Yeah. So why not use a tool that can help you to do it?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what life's about, being with people, right? I mean,
being with people.
Yeah, we've hidden out enough with this pandemic, right?
I know. Yeah, we're ready. We're ready to be over.
Yeah, exactly.
We really are.
Over. Yes.
Over. So,
well, this was so amazing hearing, thank you for sharing your story of reinvention, your transformation, your journey to entrepreneurship, and all the amazing business and how much you have under that capsule of your business, with wellness, with finances, with business coaching, with mindset coach. I mean, everything, so really so amazing.
Because everybody has a different, for me, they're all at different stages of life. They're all at different stages. Some people are just starting. Okay, we need to work on your mindset.
Yeah.
am I really going to go against my family? And am I really going to do this? And what can I do to get past get out of my comfort zone? And
Yeah,
how do I get past what I've done in my past?
exactly. Exactly. I just want to tell you, so I see some people, so sorry. I see
No, hey,
Linda, she said frozen. So sorry, Linda.
yes, I'm
I know
still frozen.
we don't know
frozen.
what's happening, but
We don't
the
know.
show must go on, right?
Show must
Thanks
go
for
on.
joining in, Linda. I see Sammy, Joe, Jennifer. Great to see you too,
Yay.
Jennifer.
Cool.
Marie says, me too. If a lifestyle has changed my life, she lost 38 pounds, my friend Marie,
Yes.
in less than 3 to 4 months. So,
Right.
and then
there's so many people out there, and especially us women. When I went through menopause,
yeah.
that's when I gained. Oh, brother, it was like I went through menopause, got a little bit of a bald spot on top, and gained
Oh my
40
gosh.
and gained 40 pounds. And it was like,
wow.
oh, yike. What can I do to get this off? And then struggled for years.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's coming off so easily. I'm down clothes size. I am fitting into clothes that I have not worn in so many years. And I feel, as I said, I feel better now at 71 than I did at 42.
Wow. Isn't that amazing? Well, you look wonderful. You really do.
Thank you. I feel good.
Yeah. You look and feel good. That's even better, right?
Most people
If
don't think
anyone
I'm
has any
71.
questions, please put them in the comments.
Yeah, and reach out to me. I'm on Facebook.
So they can get in touch. I'm going to put the link. So how can everyone get in touch with you?
The best way to get in touch with me is on Facebook or LinkedIn. On LinkedIn,
Okay.
I'm Barbara Ellison, and just send me a direct message. That's the best way. If you want to email me, I'm not a big email person, so you can text me. And, let me give you my text number. It's 815-200-9308, which you have. That's what you texted me.
Yes. Yeah.
So that you can text me and just say, hey, I saw you on Eileen's show.
Yeah.
And just say, I would like to hear about,
Mm-hmm.
and then put your name and put your name so I know who I'm talking to. And then we'll, and I can also put a link to my digital business card. I'll send you a link for
I
my
have
digital
to get
business
one of
card.
those. You have to show me that. Right?
Yeah, it is great. So it's just my digital business card. And I'll also send you the free link for the personality assessment. It is such fun.
Oh, yeah, I remember doing it, and I have to remember I can't remember what I was, but it was it was fun to learn,
Oh, yeah.
It was me to a T, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, that's why I do that.
Yeah.
But it really honed in my journey.
Yes.
Who am I? And
yeah.
looking back, I was trying to be a round peg in a square hole.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that funny when you know something's not right and you push yourself?
I knew it wasn't quite right, but didn't know any different to not.
Yeah, exactly.
To not do that, because that was my uppering.
Yeah, exactly. We take on these beliefs and
we have the
rules,
right?
We make them ours.
Rules and yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Barbara, you're amazing. Again, thank you so much. And in closing, what words of wisdom? I know you had something really great that you wanted to share with us.
One of the things that I always like to share with people is just kind of like, I'll look at if I was looking at the camera, not frozen, it would be like, get out of your own way. Just do it. Just do it. And even if you like, one of the things people say so often, people ask me, well, gee, Barb, how did you start doing all these videos and having a show and Facebook Lives? And how did you do that? Mm-hmm. And I said, I started, and this is what I will start people with, and I help people to do it. Okay. I started with doing a 50-second little video and posting it on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's how I started.
Yeah, just keep showing up, right?
And just keep showing up, and that's practice. And then I went to doing a Facebook Live for 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. And now I have 2 shows, do Facebook Lives, love doing it, go on podcasts, but I started with a 50-second video, and you can too.
So amazing.
If this is what you want to do.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing. Find out what you want to do. and just sit down and be quiet with yourself and let your inner self tell you. It will give you, like, one of the things that I do every morning is I sit down and I just sit and just sit.
Yeah.
Okay, Lord, what inspired action do you want me to take today? And something will come to me.
Yeah.
Okay, go do it.
Yeah.
And that's how it starts. And that's how I started.
Yeah. It's almost like
Okay,
you sit, listen,
go-
and yeah,
just
having
listen.
quiet really makes you clarity, right?
Right,
So,
to get
love it.
clarity.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you so much, Barbara. That was beautiful.
Eileen, thanks
Such
for
words
having
of inspiration, and thank you for those and everything, everything that you shared with us tonight.
And I am so excited about you coming on my show. It's going
I
to be.
can't wait. Yeah, and I'll have to
fun.
share with everyone when
Yeah,
that'll
sure.
be, and you'll have to give me the information. I'm so excited for that. Thank you for the invitation. Thank
Yeah.
you for being here tonight.
Oh, you are most welcome. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
Thanks for
everybody. We'll
listening.
see you next week. Bye. Thanks,
Bye.
Barbara.